Your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief keeps you informed about what's happening in Annapolis, Anne Arundel County, and Maryland. Local news, local sports, local events, local opinion, and, of course, local weather. Your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief starts now.
Well, good morning. It's Wednesday, August 21st, 2024. This is John Frenaye, and this is your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief presented by Annapolis Subaru and the SPCA of Anne Arundel County. Note to George from DCMD VA Weather. I will take exactly 364 more days, just like yesterday, please. Man, I'll tell you, what a beauty that was. Anyhow, we do have some news, so shall we? The Anne Arundel County Police are reporting that a 69-year-old Bowie man died yesterday morning after his van crashed into a tree in Crofton. Police identified the man as Winston Riley. The crash did occur at about 6:35 a.m. when Riley was traveling north on Priest Bridge Road. He veered off the right side of the road near Defense Highway and struck a tree for some unknown reason. Police are still investigating. He was transported to Baltimore Washington Medical Center, where he was later pronounced dead. A new advocacy group, Opportunity Maryland, has been launched to influence economic policy in the state. The nonprofit, led by former Anne Arundel County Council member Jessica Haire, aims to promote free enterprise and economic growth in Maryland. Opportunity Maryland is a 501c4 organization, meaning it can raise money and advocate on broad issues but cannot support political candidates or specific legislation. Haire, who previously ran unsuccessfully for Anne Arundel County executive, expressed concerns about the state's economic future, citing Maryland's low ranking in the business costs and an impending budget deficit. The organization plans to host listening sessions across the state ahead of the General Assembly session in January. And if all of this sounds familiar to you, this is the exact playbook that Larry Hogan employed leading up to his first win as governor. Start a nonprofit, hit it hard on social media, gather a bunch of names and supporters, convert it to a campaign website, and run for office. I do suspect you might see Jessica Haire in the race for county executive or maybe even governor in 2026. Car insurance premiums have surged across the nation, with Maryland now being the most expensive state for full coverage car insurance in 2024, according to a study by Insurify. The average annual premium in Maryland has risen to $3,400, which is a 43% increase from last year. The spike is attributed to a new Maryland law just enacted in July requiring enhanced uninsured motorist coverage, which allows policyholders to combine their coverage with that of the at-fault driver, thus increasing the insurer's cost. Additionally, Maryland has seen a rise in traffic fatalities, further driving up insurance premiums. Broader industry trends such as increased vehicle thefts and weather-related damages also contribute to the state's high insurance rates, which are now the highest in the nation, surpassing the national average of $2,329. Meanwhile, New Hampshire remains the state with the lowest average, at $1,000. Rick Hustle over at the Baltimore Banner has a fascinating, if not alarming, column in the Baltimore Banner. Annapolis is undergoing significant development, as we know, particularly in the Parole area, as we know, where over 750 new apartments have recently opened, with another 750 in the planning stages. These developments include new retail and restaurant spaces, such as the area's first Aldi grocery store. The area's transformation is reminiscent of past development waves, with current projects potentially altering the local housing market. The new apartments, like those in the Aventon Annapolis and Avalon Annapolis complexes, are commanding high rents, which will limit accessibility for younger or lower income residents. Studio apartments in both of those properties start at $2,000 per month. The developments are part of a broader plan to add over 6,700 new residences to the Parole area by 2040. Let me repeat that. The developments are part of a broader plan to add over 6,700 new residences to the Parole area by 2040. While these projects do aim to create a more urban and walkable environment, they also raise questions about the adequacy of the infrastructure and services in the area. This development is not terribly dissimilar from that near the one at Arundel Mills and Live Casino and Hotel, but in that case, the casino is required to contribute to the local area with annual impact fees. This year, they will be announcing $17.2 million in impact grants on September 10th, but you do want to head over to thebaltimorebanner.com and give that column a read. Up this Saturday on the Local Business Spotlight, we're going to be chatting with a small group of women who are making a great big difference in our community via a small organization called Save Our Trees. That does drop at noon on Saturday. And by now, you do know the drill. Please let your friends, neighbors, and colleagues all know about our daily news recap email. It's free. It comes to your email inbox at 7 p.m. every night, and it's going to keep you up to speed on all the top local news stories. And it's paywall free. All right, let's put this puppy to bed with a quick thank you to you and also to our sponsors for the Daily News Brief. Annapolis Subaru, the SPCA of Anne Arundel County, Solar Energy Services, Hospice of the Chesapeake, and the Annapolis Songwriters Festival. So now you just need to hang tight because George Young from DCMD VA Weather is standing by with the only locally forecasted weather report you should care about. But Bridget, also known as BeeprBuzz, is off this week. But you do want to check out her website, BeeprBuzz.com, for all the music news you need. And that is BeeprBuzz.com. Anyhow, all of that is coming up for you in just a bit, so stick around.
It's a nap time Saturday night.
Get ready for the 2024 Annapolis Songwriters Festival, happening September 12th through the 15th. This year, they're bringing 4 days of incredible music with over 100 shows across 15-plus venues in downtown Annapolis. Don't miss headliners like Citizen Cope, J.J. Gray and Mofro, and Lee Brice, along with many more amazing artists. Tickets are on sale now at AnnapolisSongwritersFestival.com. There are hundreds of hours of free showcases. Don't miss an unforgettable weekend of music, stories, and fun in the heart of Annapolis. Tickets are on sale now at AnnapolisSongwritersFestival.com. When you live near Annapolis, you know how fickle the weather can be. So you need a truly local forecast that's accurate and reliable. Forecast right here in Annapolis. DCMD VA Weather is not just for today, but for the rest of the week and the weekend too. Now here's George Young of DCMD VA Weather with the weather outlook for today and beyond.
Hey everyone, this is George with DCMD VA Weather, and this is your Eye on Annapolis forecast for Wednesday, August 21st. Yesterday was awesome out across the Annapolis region with mixed skies, lower temps, and a nice breeze out of the north. And today through Friday will be amazing as well with a sunny but warmer weekend ahead. Look for sunny skies today through Friday with highs today in the mid to upper 70s with a northerly wind around 10 knots this evening for the Wednesday night races in Annapolis, followed by upper 70s to maybe lower 80s Thursday with PM highs in the low to mid 80s on Friday. As for the weekend, skies will remain sunny, but temps will jump up into the mid to upper 80s for afternoon highs each day with a chance that a few spots could possibly reach the lower 90s. Okay, that's it for today. This is George Young of DCMD VA Weather. Make it a great day out there today. Stay healthy and be safe. And be sure to follow DCMD VA Weather on Facebook and X each day for updates along with the website at dcmdvaweather.info. So you can always stay weather informed.
Hello, energy consumers. This is Rick Peters, president of Solar Energy Services. Is all this talk of inflation making you uneasy? Me too, especially the uncertainty. How bad will it eat into my future purchasing power? Well, don't feel helpless because solar energy can give you some financial control. By installing and owning your solar system, you can lock out electricity cost inflation by locking in your electricity price for more than 25 years. Many of our inflation-fighting clean energy systems offset 100% of the annual electricity demands. Customers frequently add electric vehicle charging and backup batteries to their solar projects, providing them inexpensive auto fuel and additional energy security for the home. Freeze energy inflation in its tracks by committing to affordable, clean solar energy. Call us today at 410-923-6090 or visit us at solarsaves.net. But don't wait another minute. Sunshine's a wasted.
Sunshine, sunshine, nothing else can make me feel so fine.
Coping with advanced illness can be overwhelming, and determining the best options for a loved one isn't always so easy. But here at Hospice of the Chesapeake, your hometown hospice, we want you to know you do have a choice. You can choose exactly who provides the care and the type of care you receive, and it's your decision when and where your loved one receives that care. We have served our community, family, and friends for over 40 years. We are there when you need us. Learn how we can help at hospicechesapeake.org.
You've been listening to the Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief. Tell your friends and colleagues, this is the podcast where you can keep up on the latest with what's going on in Annapolis and Anne Arundel County. And don't forget about our website, eyeonannapolis.net, where you can find even more information. And make sure you follow us on Facebook at All Annapolis and on Twitter at Ion Annapolis. This Daily News Brief podcast comes to you every Monday through Friday at 6 a.m.